We live in an urban culture globally. There are more people living in cities than there are in rural areas. And so if we want to have wilderness areas and rural areas, we need to have people in the cities connected to nature. And they do it in the parks.
It's about keeping in touch with nature on just that human level that makes us the best that we can be.
We think this project offers Louisville really maybe an opportunity that no other city in the United States has to really kind of reinvent what the urban edge looks like. The specific genesis of this project came about when Bill Juckett and then Metro Parks Director Bridget Sullivan were doing a survey of civic leaders about the strategic importance of parks in cities.
We said to David and Dan, what can we do today that somebody would look back on in 50 or 100 years and say, thank God somebody was there with a vision to make that happen.
The essence of this project is not so much that we're doing something new, it's that we, meaning the people of Louisville and the partners in this project, are relearning something that we used to know, and that was when we built the original Olmsted Parks. We actually went out beyond the edge of the city and we bought enough land to really create a significant grouping of what we call green infrastructure.
Olmsted Senior and Junior kept advising the city to buy more land. These visions are just a little bit over 100 years old, but they are even more important today than they were when the Olmsteds first imagined a park system that would serve Louisville.
Building on the legacy of the Olmsted Parks, 21st Century Parks, a nonprofit organization begun by Dan and David Jones, created a unique partnership with the Land Trust Future Fund and Metro Louisville to unify land and embark on one of the most significant projects of its type in the country today, the Floyds Fork Greenway Project, also known as the Fork.
Floyds Fork, it is the defining element of this. It is geographically, we always try to follow it, but it is alive today, and it's pretty remarkable to have a stream at this level of quality that's 15 to 20 minutes from the urban center of a top 50 city in the United States.
So there were pieces of it that were already there, but there were quite a few parcels that needed to be acquired.
Bob Bell's 120-acre farm is now part of the Fork.
You know, I think I approached them. If you're living next to a park system, if you live over next to Cherokee Park or Seneca Park, your property's worth quite a bit. And those are things that we had in mind. We just hated to see it cut up and put into house trailers or something.
Today, the Fork comprises more than 3,200 preserved acres, nearly 8 times the size of Cherokee Park, and stretches through the middle of the last undeveloped part of Louisville, allowing future city growth to emerge around the park system.
It will be this wonderful organic sort of growth that will happen over time, but it will be set up by intelligent planning.
It's really important to bring nature into neighborhoods. The planning that's been done by our world-class planners, Wallace, Roberts, and Todd, includes not only the Louisville Loop that will come through here, but many walking and biking trails that will go off that major loop so that people can get back into all these areas for contemplation.
The Fork's design serves visitors at the regional, community, and neighborhood level, including 2 major parks featuring 18 miles of the Louisville Loop, extensive hiking, biking, and equestrian trails, a connecting scenic park drive, and a recreational canoe trail with multiple launch and landing sites. The plan includes exciting new community spaces like an 80-acre Great Lawn, a half-mile walking promenade, and multiple large picnic pavilions. Neighborhood parks are an essential component of the master plan and will include children's playgrounds, dog walks, athletic fields, and walking tracks.
Most park master plans get carved up over time. We wanted to make sure that critical elements of this master plan did not get carved up over time. That's the framework side. So if in 100 years from now they want to build a ball field somewhere, we don't want them to bulldoze the Iron Gate Forest, which is one of the areas that we want to create very high quality forest. We want them to go to a recreational pod which is a place that has the flexibility. It says if in 100 years you're going to do something active, go here, don't go to the Iron Gate Forest.
The Iron Gate Forest is one of more than 200 designated special places along the 27 miles of the Fork, designed to create singular experiences for park users.
And there's one I call Bur Oak Falls, because there's a bur oak tree, which itself is probably 4 feet in diameter, and it's this beautiful old tree that used to grow in a big farm field. And next to this tree are 2 waterfalls, one right next to each other on either side of the tree. And it's a beautiful, quiet spot. You sit there and listen to this water in the shade of this big bur oak. It's wonderful.
Louisville's point of differentiation is it has magnificent parks. And that's our asset, that's our point of differentiation. And we need to play to our strength. This is our second biggest donation. And we think it is that important to the future of this community and the future of my kids and grandkids. I grew up 8 miles down the road. This is my past, this is my present, this is our future.
This is a truly major project. It probably will be a $100 million project by the time we're finished. We've already raised about $65 million, and that's bought us a lot of land, and it will go a long way toward building the roads and bridges and trails and park amenities. Every penny that we've spent on land is for land that's protected in perpetuity for public access and use.
Once the development of the park is complete, 21st Century Parks will fund world-class operations to provide a safe, professionally maintained park system for future generations through annual contributed income and the creation of an innovative operations endowment.
Louisville is blessed to have a really strong green infrastructure from which to manage its sustainability, and you have to keep investing to keep something sustainable. You have to keep investing the effort in it. Sustainability is an ongoing relationship with all of the resources and energies of a place.
This is an investment in the future. In 100 years, for our children and grandchildren to be able to take advantage of such a magnificent resource as this, it's just a plus for the city of Louisville.
It's the public that is the beneficiary and the ultimate person we're trying to please, because we want to build a park for people to enjoy.
When I was 5 years old, I was wading in Beargrass Creek in Cherokee Park, which was 2 blocks from my house. And at the end of the day, that's what we want. We want to create a place where you can come out and, you can splash in the creek, you can find a crawdad, you can get up in the woods, and you can have that experience of the natural world.
To be connected to nature is to be connected to life, which is really a gift from God.